Last year we had the gaping hole at the offensive line. They fixed it this year. They even went out and drafted Cardell Volson, who looks like, he's going to be, or not looks like, he is going to be the starting left tackle. So, I mean, we basically have, we have all new offensive linemen except for Jonah Williams. That to me right there is, if that wasn't a statement that we're in win right now mode, then I don't know what is. I mean, because if you look at top to bottom, I mean, if in the AFC, honestly, you got to put the Bengals in the top 2 or 3 top tier teams to win this thing. I think. I mean, I know Buffalo's good, and I'm not saying we're better than them. It's going to be a great matchup. We were just talking about off the air.
Yeah, I'll say it.
Well, I think we're better than them. I'll put it that way. But we were talking about off air how hopefully you can come in town for that game, and how excited I am about watching that game.
Yeah. I mean, I hope it's as exciting as it's set up to be, and I hope to be there for sure. But I did you see Volson today? They interviewed him for a little bit, and he was talking about, like, I was impressed with him. I hadn't heard him talk before.
Right.
And he was talking about, like, flipping a switch when he steps over that white line and onto the field. I love it. I just another glass eater, right? I'm going to nickname him Volson from now on.
Volson.
Since he's flipping light switches.
Flipping light switches, Volson. I like that. See, we're full of nicknames. That's what's fun about this. We can actually come up with nicknames, and it's more fun because we're winning and we had good teams. So, if you're coming up with nicknames for somebody who stinks, people are like, who cares? But like you were saying, Volson has a light switch, and the H boys have a light switch. Now Trey Hendrickson cracks me up because I was at practice a couple times when I was down there. And they're like, hey, what's up, Trey? And he just kind of looks at it like that. And like, people are like, oh, he gave you the stink eye. I'm like, dude, he's in game mode. Like, he's a psychopath. He's ready to go. So, that's why I'm like, that light switch reference is perfect for what you have to do when you get on this field.
It's my favorite type of player on earth. Some of my favorite legends of the sport, like, were like that. Nicest humans on earth, off the field, big teddy bears, sweethearts. I mean, Witt was like that. Big Witt was like that. And so I love Trey Hendrickson's type. He seems like he probably wouldn't say a curse word.
Oh, he
gave him $100.
No,
and I'm sure he helps little old ladies across the street and cats out of trees on his way home. But he is just the meanest human ever when he puts those pads on, and so I love him.
He's a freaking psychopath. Let's get here to Devontae here. Talk about OJ Howard. So I don't understand why we didn't sign OJ Howard. I would have rather signed OJ Howard. The biggest thing that I have seen why they didn't sign him is the hamstring issue. Achilles, coming off torn Achilles. And I mean, he didn't do that good with Tom Brady. He didn't do that good with Josh Allen. I mean, some of the stuff coming out of Buffalo is that he would have a hard time getting the playbook. Plus, he's not as fast as he used to be. So I think all that added up, and he probably wanted more money than the guy they got. Now, I'm not saying this has nothing to do with Bengals being cheap, but I mean, if you're going to get somebody who's going to be as good or better than OJ Howard, go for it.
Yeah, I'm not sad about that at all. I
was happy about it. But.
Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that they took interest and they gave him a shot. It's possible they didn't like something after the physical, or weren't in love with something after the physical. And then, like you said, I just feel like they do prioritize a certain amount of, like, football IQ and game readiness. And so if he has a hard time learning playbooks, I'm not saying that that's the case.
Yeah, I have no idea.
But if that's the word on the street, like, if that has anything to do with it, I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm good with it. I like who we picked up.
Yeah, and honestly, I mean, in the last 3 years, if you look at who the Bengals have drafted, picked up off the street, traded for, they've really missed on, I would say, 2 guys. Trey Hendrickson, the cornerback, who barely ever played. And then you can say Jackson Carman. Other than that, everybody else, they've hit it out of the ballpark. I mean, Chidobe Awuzie, I never heard of the guy until he got here, and he might be, a top 5 corner in the AFC right now. So, I mean,
he's my mom's second favorite player right now behind Hayden Hurst. Like, yeah,
right.
In love,
yeah. That's why I'm. Hey, if the Bengals didn't want OJ, then I'm cool with it.
Yeah, I feel like they've earned that trust from the fan base a little bit, or they should have. At least we're not the Raiders, who's missed on pretty much every pick for the last
They
several
released
years.
their first round pick from last year, which I mean, I'm going to own up to it. I wanted the Bengals to draft Leatherwood. I was talking about it like so much last year, and hey, I wanted them to draft Ariza, the punt god. I'm glad they didn't. So I mean that's why I have a podcast who gives opinions, and I'm not always right, and I admit it. So yeah, Trey
we don't
Wayne,
have all the information, and we certainly don't have all the expertise that they have. So yeah, I built faith in how they draft and like who they go after in free agency, just because I feel like they've earned that respect over the last 3 years since Taylor has come on board, because it's pretty consistent. They're not going to get it right 100% of the time. That's impossible.
right?
But they're very consistent on what type of player they want.
They're ridiculously consistent right now of who they're bringing in the building, as Zach would say. Let's get to my boy here, Capel Prince Ice. He says, who will win the matchup between TJ Watt and Collins? They love putting Watt against the right tackle. What do you think, Whit?
Oh, that's a tough one. I don't know. Like, maybe I do think Watt wins some of those battles. I think you get an elite talent like that, they're going to win some of the battles. But I do think Collins gives us more protection than what we had, and I think he wins definitely. Some too. I mean,
I'll put it to you this way: I was watching the offensive line today, and all of them were in there together, including Lel, and nobody touched Jackpot. I mean, and our defense is pretty stout. Now, so I mean, I'll take Trey Hendrickson. I'll match him up as being as good as TJ Watt. So I think we're in good hands. I can't wait to see it, to be honest, because I'm sick and tired of watching Jackpot run for his life, and I would love to see Lel pancake TJ. That would be awesome. I would freak out. I'm like, stay down. That would be so awesome.
Speak it into manifest it, Jeff.
Exactly. Speak it into existence. Yeah. Okay, let's see here. Greg, do you think they should still try to add another wide receiver? It wouldn't hurt. But I just don't know who's out there. Okay, now the guy I would love for him to get, OBJ would be pretty damn cool.
I knew it.
I'd be pretty cool to get him. I don't think it's going to happen. I don't think he's going to be a fourth wide receiver. I mean, but I'd be pretty damn cool to have him as your fourth wide receiver. But I mean, he's not going to be ready till November anyway. So, other than that, I mean, yeah, they could do to add a fourth one, but we didn't really have one last year, and it worked out. Now we didn't have any injuries, so we'll see what happens. What do you think?
Yeah, knock on a lot of damn wood. All I know is that one of my favorite storylines of the week, even though we are on the bad end of it, is Zach Taylor's brother straight up stealing Pryor from us.
Yeah, I know. No, how funny was that? He's like, I had to go yell at my brother. That was awesome.
That is the level of petty I am here for. I love a brotherly feud. Felt like we were right in the middle of like a family squabble. So I don't know. I kind of would have loved him to stay on with us, obviously, but that didn't work out.
I don't think Jess likes my OBJ idea.
I don't either. And I don't either. And you know what? He would totally do it. I almost guarantee you, if he got the opportunity, he would do it, because I think he is just as in love with Joe Burrow as the rest of us. He is one of us.
And that's the thing. It's like I think he'd come in. Honestly, I think he'd come in, and I think he'd fit in fine. I really do, because I mean, he's only gonna get from November to the end of the season. He gets another ring, stays healthy, and then let him move on. I don't think he's gonna cause a problem. I think he's gonna be fine. But what do I know? Like I said,
I don't want him either. I'm with Jess on this.
I want us.
I'm team no BJ. Like, that's me.
No BJ. Oh God, we're not on After Dark here, Whit.
I'm sorry.
All right. Go ahead.
Never mind. Go ahead.
All right. So One Nation here says we should have kept Pryor. Well, they tried to keep Pryor. That was all their intention. He actually was in the building because he was going to sign his practice squad contract. They're that close, and Jacksonville picked him up. So so they were planning on keeping him on the practice squad. James here. Now I kind of agree with this. Fuller, I haven't seen him sign anywhere unless I missed. I haven't seen it either, and I don't know. That kind of throws a red flag up to me. It's kind of like, okay, well, why haven't they signed him? That's just I don't know. I mean, I'd take a shot on him, see what happens, but I wish they would have done it sooner so we can see him in a training camp and see what's going on of why nobody signed him or whatever.
Yeah, I agree. I like where we're at right now for the most part. I mean, I'm not saying it's perfect, but I like where we're at.
Yeah, that's yes, I know, Jess. We don't need him. I know.
He's right.
Yeah. Now this is kind of curious. So what's up, Brandon Allen? Now, they cut him yesterday to basically restructure his contract. I didn't see him out there again today. So,
Hashtag start it, Jess. Start it right now. I can't do it right now. You do.
But yeah. I lost all train of thought. What was I even talking about? Oh, Brandon Allen. Sorry, Brandon Allen. I did not see him on the practice squad again or practice field today. So maybe they're still working on his contract. That's so they're planning on re-signing him as far as I know. But Browning was out there and he was throwing dimes. So I mean, I think Browning actually played better in the preseason than Allen did. But I think Joe likes Brandon Allen. I think he has a good relationship with him. And I think Joe likes talking to him like in between series and sitting down. So I think that has a lot to do with it, to be honest.
There's some chemistry there. I think there's some trust. I think there's some consistency. And my theory with that, like if you look at the preseason play, is they're playing with two different mindsets. So you take Brandon Allen out there, and he's just out there. I think he's already proven like what he can do. He's been around long enough. Like they kind of know. Like he didn't have much to have to show.
Right.
Not saying he didn't try, but like he didn't have that fire under him. Probably he was probably more there to manage the game and give guys opportunities and see what be a part of that. Whereas you've got Browning, who he's probably got a big fire lit underneath him. He's trying to make it in the NFL. He's trying to just justify having a job and being on the roster. Brandon didn't have to do that. So there's two different mindsets hitting the field. Right. And then also Brandon probably faced starters and stuff like that just a little bit more, or second stringers, than Browning coming in at the very end of games. So I don't know that it's 100% fair to compare the two in preseason, but I will say this: I think as much as they love Brandon, he should keep his eye open, because someone like Browning could come and steal that second string from him if he keeps it up.
I mean, to be honest, I thought there might be a chance that he might, especially that last preseason game. I mean, Brandon was throwing some dimes. Now, I have to tell you this story. This is funny since we're talking about this, and my son is watching, so I have to do this to make fun of him. We were at the game, and Brandon Allen is they're backed up in the end zone, and Prince Ice is like, man, this is the worst case for him. He doesn't throw it deep enough. He's not going to be able to get out of the end zone, blah, blah, blah. No more 2 seconds later, Brandon goes, whoop, and about 15-yard pass to Pryor. And I'm like, what were you saying? And he's like, well, normally he doesn't. so
what was that?
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah. No, that's pretty good.
You're starting a hashtag here. Dale's got it here too. I don't know if you saw it.
Somebody start Voltson while you're at it.
Voltson. Oh my goodness! Yeah, somebody says hi to Whitney. I don't know who that is.
Hello, Kyle.
Let's see here. There you go. Cowboy Brandon Allen starting QB for the Browns. He's not going to start for them, you dork. Oh my goodness. Anyway, all right. So let's get off track here. Okay, so we talked about the season upcoming. We talked about everything. Let's talk about your trip that you're going to take to New Orleans. You're talking a little bit about that there, and then my trip that I'm going to be down to Florida and what we're going to do. That. Start with your trip to New Orleans and how excited you are about doing that.
My pocketbook is not excited. I'll tell you that much. Bought those tickets this past week, and they are awful. So I would suggest if you plan on going to that game, get all over it, because they're not going down. in price, but I'm stoked. I'm beside myself. I can only imagine how electric that stadium is going to be. You've got Who Day versus Who Dat Nation anyway, and then you've got the homecoming game. It is a home. That is all I'm calling it.
They're all
The
LSU fans
homecoming
there.
game.
Yeah, there's gonna be more LSU fans than there are Bengals or Saints fans there.
Yes. And so, like, I cannot wait to paint that town orange. I'm getting in Friday. Like, I'm getting in early and making a trip out of it. And then, yeah, so if you're going to the game, let me know. So I know who all I have to find. I know a few, but I know you're not coming to that one, so I can't.
No, I'm not coming. I'll be going to the Tampa Bay game. I've been planning on this for 2 freaking years. And
yes.
Yeah, the daggone plane tickets are like $500 now. I'm like, they're gouging me, which ticks me off. I'm like, yeah, you Allegiant and Frontier, like that's bull crap because before that it's like $100. But anyway, yeah. So I will be down there, and I know Cap's going, Jess is going. Jerry, well, you two live down there. You and Jerry live down there. Sean lives down there. Who did, baby? Huh?
Kayla will be there.
Kayla will be there.
The entire Tigers Talk crew will be there,
including Cap. So he's
Steak Hooker t-shirts. TBD. TBD.
Oh, dude, if you guys make those, you need to make one extra fat for me.
Yes, sir.
So that's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't wait to go down to that. And just the fun thing is about going out of town to different games, different venues, and we're in Bengal stuff now, is it's different. You get different either love or hate. You don't get made fun of. Like, oh, you're a Bengals fan. You know, they either like, oh, you know, we love your fan base or this or that, or we can't stand you because we're afraid you're going to beat us. It's, you know, it's not, you guys are rooting for the Bengals? Like, really? You came all the way down here for your team? Like, yeah. That's what the cool part about this whole thing is.
Yeah, we're not a joke anymore. And Jerry and I talked about this on Tiger Talk a long time ago, like I think towards the end of last season, living in Florida. You wear a Bengals shirt out, and it's a different experience than it was just a few months before that. You know, you just get treated a little differently. You get some more Who Days than you used to, because there's a bunch of bandwagon fans, which I love them.
Hey, jump on.
I jump. Yes, I opened that door wide open for that. And then you also just get a little bit more, like you said, a little more friendly, you know, yelling and stuff like that, which is fun.
Which is kind of funny because you know, when the Rams are here last week for practice, and I did the Bengals Bridge Crew video, I had a lot of Rams fans comment on it, because I mean, I had Rams videos, so of course they watched it, but they're nice. And I had so many people saying, I root for you guys. If we don't win the Super Bowl, I want you guys to win. Your fan base came out there. You guys are the nicest people. It was awesome. I'm like, well, one, because we're from Cincinnati and we're freaking awesome, but we still gonna kick your ass. But you know, it was just kind of really interesting because usually, I mean, yeah, you had some people, you lost the Super Bowl, but yeah, there's more comments of how the fan base was compared to them beating us in the Super Bowl, as you know, Cap says, you know. But I thought that was kind of interesting. I just didn't expect that from Rams fans, and I don't know if you get that from other teams' fan bases, and maybe it's because they haven't been in LA very long. They're not. I don't know. I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, I don't know that they're nearly as passionate as we are too. And then also we're used to the AFC North division because, you know, we see them every year, twice a year. And I mean, those are very passionate fan bases, and we get really ugly and that kind of thing. I have no love for Ravens fans right now. I did not see that coming, but I have no love right now. And then the Chiefs fan base too. I think if you beat a team twice in a season, they hate you for life, apparently. And they don't get over it. That's what I've noticed. Insane.
What should I do? I'm trying to read what Dale said. Is Ice? I should read that with his radio voice. We will clip. Read what? What am I supposed to read?
Read what, Dale?
Yeah, what am I supposed to read? And what's my radio voice? I have my Elmo voice. I have my Elmo voice. Whit doesn't like my Elmo voice.
I will not come back. This will be my last episode.
She's like, I will hang up on you right now.
I will totally hang up.
And I totally believe her, so I'm not going to do it.
Don't test me.
Let's get here to Eric's comment. He said, "Who dey? There's more Bengals fans now than ever before. Before last year's run, I met all the Space Coast Bengals fans, all 100 of us. There's thousands now."
You're on the Eric, did I know that? You're on the Space Coast too?
What's
that means I got to meet you. I need to know where all the Space Coast Bengals fans meet on Sundays. Let me know. That's where I live, like near where the launches happen.
Okay. Oh, cool.
And awesome. Is it Mon or Man of Bolson? He's in Melbourne like me. Dale, shut up with the Witlicious. I swear to God. I love what you're doing for me, but I am scared to death if that ends up sticking.
Dale, she's going to kill you now the next time she sees you.
Yes, Jess. Callie is chill and we have zero chill. That's what I was trying to say. You nailed it though. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but chill. Don't give up F. Whatever. You know, it's kind of the same thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eric says he drives the Bengal car.
Oh, no way. All right. That's going to be a side conversation. I need to be tapped into the Space Coast Bengals fandom because I am clearly
I need to find
not.
out what the hell is. I got to see what this is because I'm down in Florida a lot. I need to be part of this.
Yep. That's where the cool kids are apparently, and I didn't know it.
Well, does that make you not one of the cool kids, or are you just like a semi-cool kid?
I'm not one of the cool kids. Not yet, apparently.
So I do have a question there since Dale has been blowing up the chat about graders. Do you have any of your graders left, or did you and your mom?
Oh hell yeah!
Oh yeah!
Oh yeah! Yes, and I have vowed to eat some every time we have tiger stock. We just decided yesterday we're having an episode tomorrow, and I was just about to text the girls right before Jess brought it up and say, like, when are we having another episode? Because I'm dying for some graders. It's the only time I let myself have it, or else I would be sitting with a tub every night. Like,
hey, did they send you the Buckeye Blast? Did they send you that one?
I got the Buckeye. Yeah, I got Buckeye. It's not called Buckeye Blast.
Yeah, right? And it's peanut butter and chocolate one. I thought it was. It's the peanut butter and chocolate one. It is my favorite. I got the Buckeye one that's like a cookies and cream type situation. No, this is chocolate and peanut butter. I'm 99% sure it's called Buckeye Blast, I think. Oh okay. My God, I freaking love that. That's I've loved it. Everything I had. You like what? I love everything that I've had so far. I had their birthday cake, and that's usually not my jam, and I basically ate an entire pint in one sitting. It was so good. So yeah. Jess, seriously, this is how it's gonna be. The misfits are here. Is all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. The misfits are in the chat. It's September now, so I'm gonna see you next month. You better watch it, girl. Oh, I'll be there. This might be interesting. I have to check this. It'll be a Grader's ice cream fight. Yes, but yeah, I still have a bunch left, and I'm still like picking out on it as often as possible. I love Graders. I can't eat it as much as I want to, or I'll be 500 pounds instead of as fat as I am now. So it's a good thing I don't. So let's talk about now, since we got Jess in the chat, and I know she had a blast at Taste of the Bengals last night, and us two are completely jealous that we didn't get to go. So I would love to know if she could type in the comments what it was like, because it looked like so much fun. I saw her Snapchat, or not Snapchat, or TikTok that my boy Jackpot Joey was there, and I didn't get to see him. And Kat got to talk to Zach, and I wonder if he got another high five or anything. Either way, it looked like an absolute blast. I've got to try to go next year. Were you as jealous as I was with? Because at least I'm at least in this. I'm like literally like 15 minutes from the stadium. I mean, I it's not that far from me. You legit have a legit reason other than money. I was
out of my mind jealous, like not even a little, like out of my mind. And like everything that was coming in, like online on Twitter, but then also through our group chats and stuff like that, when I was seeing what was going on, I was kind of overwhelmed. Like I had secondhand like overwhelm from what everybody was doing. And it was such a love fest, Jeff, because I mean, I won't spill any details, but like there were so many people doing things for other people during that event, like, and God, it was just like, yeah, I was super jealous. Of course I was, but I was also overwhelmingly happy for everybody that got to be there. And I know that they had a ball,
Yeah,
super special.
Oh, dude, look, we know our boy Dale, who's in the chat, is got to be so excited because it is official. Clark Harris even signed it and made it official. Dale Altman and Clark Harris are best friends. He's got a jersey to prove it. So if anybody ever wants to know who Clark Harris' best friend is, it's Dale, my seat neighbor. Guy sits right behind me all the time. So that kind of makes me sign up, kind of a little part of that or whatever. I don't know.
I know. So that's one of my goals is to see if like Clark will remember me, and if I can get down towards field level at the New Orleans game when he's running off, and if I wave high and like yell at him and get his attention, if he'll like wave back. Like that's all I really want. I want a Bengals dub, and then I want away from Clark. But like that's not my best friend. He's not my best friend.
No, he's Dale's. I mean that's official. It's Dale's best friend. So, dude, Blind Tiger is now they're going on early. Jeez, don't they usually start at 7?
Yes, their guest had to come on early.
Well, and that's it. I mean, if anybody's gonna watch Blind Tiger, they're either left my show or whatever. Who's their guest? I don't even know who they got.
I forget. Don't ask me. I forget. I was like madly twittering while I was working today.
Madly twittering.
That's
it. That's gotta be a special talent right there.
It was frantic.
Frantic. All right. So Jess says it's Buckeye Blast is OSU and Bearcat Blast is UC. Well, the Buckeye Blast, I think, is the one that's peanut butter, and I don't care.
I had the Bearcat. Yeah.
I don't know if I've had the bear. I just know I love Reese's, so I love peanut butter and chocolate. If anybody got actually peanut butter and chocolate, that's my freaking favorite. What is the Bearcat? I've heard of. I've never had the Bearcat.
It's so good.
Which is ridiculous. I'm a Bearcat fan. I just never had it.
It's like a really elevated cookies and cream situation. Like it's cookies and cream on steroids. Like great cookies and cream, but then like the base is not like a plain old vanilla. It's like a mascarpone, like weird situation going on, cream cheese like situation, and it's just so rich and so good. Yeah, there's none left, so I can't even really talk about it because I can't have any right now. I ate it all.
She ate it all. So graders, if you're watching, you need to send Justin more and send me some too. So.
Right.
I'd appreciate it. So, all right.
Damn.
So let's get to the season in general here. Let's get to the Steelers game here, actually. And we can kind of do a little preview here. I guess I don't want to say I'm worried, which I'm not worried. I think we're going to beat them. But you also, it's the freaking Squealers. So it's always, it's always a dogfight. They do have a really good defense, even though we did drop 40 on them twice last year, and we can do it again this year. So I'm not scared, but it's a legit game, and it's not going to be easy to win.
For sure.
I think I honestly think they're a better team because I think they're going to have not the Bengals, better team than last year, because they're going to have a better quarterback than they had last year. But let's be honest, Ben was done 2 years ago. He should have retired at least 2, maybe 3 years ago. Their quarterback play, no matter whoever they have, is going to be better than what they had last year. What's your stress level, I should say, of putting going up against the Squares? Because we got the history, and it's still there. I mean, last year was awesome, but we still got the history.
So I wouldn't say there's a stress level. I have like a baseline stress level for every game. And I don't care who we're playing. I mean, look at who we lost to last year, like the Jets and stuff. Like any given Sunday is a real phenomenon. And this year, I honestly don't take anybody for granted because they've got a whole year of film on our offense and our defense. And we have a target on our back. And we pissed a lot of teams off. So I think there's some personal vendettas going on. So I have like exactly. So that comes with its negatives, right?
Right.
But which I'll take all day long. But I have my certain baseline stress. It's always up just a little bit for any AFC North competitor because we have history. Steelers, I never discount them because I
Right.
can't stand Mike Tomlin, but he's a great coach.
Yeah.
I think he's smart. He's not going to name his week 1 starter for quarterback until the last possible minute on purpose, just so we have less time to fully prepare. Or so we have to prepare for both.
Mm-hmm.
So I think he's going to do that, pull out that trick. I don't think it's going to help him. I think we're going to kill him, to be honest. It's home opener. I think their offensive line is just insanely bad.
It is. And that's what I think is funny is the Bengals got killed for 2 years about their offensive line. The Steelers, their offensive line is way worse. Well, it's worse, obviously worse now than the Bengals, but I mean, they haven't done anything to fix it, and nobody ever says a freaking word about it, which that drives me nuts, but their offensive line sucks.
I love it. Keep it up, guys. Keep it up, Steelers. But I think we get the W. But of course, like I go into every game a little bit nervous, but I'm not scared of them.
No, that's the thing. Is like I'm not scared, but I'm not like, oh, we're gonna go drop 40 on you until we do. Then we go drop 40. I'm like, yeah, I knew it. But
and it's the home opener. We have kinks that we'll have to work out. Yeah. Our starters haven't been on the field yet. They didn't play in preseason. Right. Smart, by the way. I want to take a second to thank Zach Taylor for not being one of the dumbass coaches in the NFL to put our starters out there during the preseason because we saw all the injuries that came out during that. Could have been worse, but at least he didn't do that. So like there'll be kinks to work out. There'll be some chemistry stuff going on. We do have just enough new guys. Offensive line, Hayden Hurst is new to the team. So there's some new guys on defense. I think it's not like we blow them out necessarily week 1 because we're still working on our own stuff and getting into a rhythm with each other. But I think we win that game. We're the better team.
Yeah. On paper, talent-wise, we're the better team. I mean, they have to admit that. I mean, our offensive line, our offensive weapons, our quarterback, everything on the offensive side of the ball is better than anything they have. Defensively, I think it's a good matchup. I can't say one's better than the other there, but offensively, we destroy them as far as talent goes. It's not even close. But if you remember, you get busted great points because that's basically what happened last year in the Minnesota game. And we struggled and to get off to a good start because, like you said, they hadn't played. And there is something legitimately to that. I mean, that's one thing that is a downfall to not playing anybody in the preseason. But I would rather struggle with that than struggle with not having the players there. So, I think it's way better way to do it. So I'll be shocked if you drop 40 on them. I do think we're going to win, but I do think it's going to be a close game.
I think it could be a close game. People getting the jitters out, and I don't think people take into account I don't hear people talking about the fact that timing is such a huge part of successful plays on offense and defense. It's so much about timing. And so that's the kind of things that you work out the first couple games when you've rested your starters through the preseason. So we'll get there. We'll do that. We still win our season opener against the Steelers, which still blows my mind that this is the first time that's happened.
I know. And that's shocking.
I can't believe
first time ever. Yeah. As many, I mean, we've been in the same division with the Squealers since we started in 1968 and never played on opening day. It's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
So I guess Blind Tiger has Hakeem Adeniji because he said it's hard to listen to Hakeem Adeniji and y'all at the same time. Whole new respect for you, Greg. I'm jealous. They got Hakeem Adeniji. That's awesome. The cat didn't even tell me.
Isn't it?
Dude, did he?
Yeah, he posted about it.
Now look, if you ever pay attention to me or anything, I'm on Twitter all the time, but for some reason I miss stuff my friends post. They'll post stuff all the time and I miss them. I don't know.
Half the time. Yeah, I do too. Hi, Maddie.
Oh yeah, I am.
Speaking of Maddie.
Right. Hey, Maddie, what's up? Yeah. He said, you remember? I know I'm on your show. You don't start till 7 though. Yes. It's at 7. Yes. I know yes. I know, Dale. God.
So I got a question for you, fantasy football related, Bengals related.
Yeah. Because
fantasy football is on my mind. My draft is Sunday. My mom is playing fantasy football for the first time ever in her entire life, and she's nervous as hell. But if you had to, and I'm asking you and everybody in chat, if you could only pick one Bengals player to be on your fantasy football roster, who are you taking?
I get one player from the Bengals.
Just one.
Jackpot.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Over Jamar.
Yeah. That's my favorite
Over
player.
Evan.
Yeah, I love
Over
Shooter.
Shooter.
I'm wearing his jersey, but yeah, I'm taking Jackpot. That's my favorite
Well,
player.
Think about it though. There's plenty of quarterbacks that could get you high points. There's lots of wide receivers that could get you a lot of high points. There's not many kickers that's going to
see that's the bad thing with me in fantasy. I don't. This is why I suck at fantasy. I don't draft for players who are going to give me the most points. I draft my favorite players. So that's why I suck at fantasy.
Please be in my league. Please be in my league.
Nope, I'm not.
And let's make it a money league.
Nope. Al, Maddie's got a question for you. He said, "Do you need a hat?" When he's cool.
Yes, I've been trying to get a T-shirt, Jackpot Joey T-shirt. Now I want a hat.
Well, you know, woman, if you lived up here,
yes.
I could drive over and give it to you. But you live in Florida, so we'll hook you
my
up.
God, they've got this thing called the post office.
Whatever.
The Pony Express. Send it.
Now, see,
I'll
Dale.
pay for postage.
Dale's already given up on his best friend. He's not going to take Clark Harris in fantasy football. He's going to take Chase. So, I mean, I don't, Dale. I wouldn't put that out there. Clark Harris might be a little jealous. You know, it is officially your best friend.
Defense, special teams, Dale.
Crip says he take Chase. Anton says Burrow. Maddie's with me taking Jackpot. There you go. Dale says Chase or Mixon, the only correct answer fantasy football wise.
I kind of agree, Dale.
No, I agree.
I love Joe Burrow, but as far as like fantasy value, I'm thinking it's those two studs.
Hey, Maddie says you got to DM them.
Oh, okay.
DM on the down low, baby.
I'm gonna give you all my sizes. I want a full ass outfit.
She wants spandex and all.
everything except for those leggings with your face on them.
What's wrong with those? No, I mean, I am shocked nobody's bought any of the strawberry ice leggings. I mean, I cannot believe that. I thought that would be a hot seller.
Yeah, did you? Did you really?
Did you really? Wow, you're a dumbass if you really thought that was going to sell.
Terrifying.
Let's see here. Cynthia James, my boy, says I have Burrow and Chase on my dynasty team.
Nice.
I don't like on my. Well, I got a draft. Well, we got Arrows draft this Sunday. Are you in that draft this Sunday?
Yep.
Oh shit! Then I'm in your league. Damn it.
No, I don't think we're in the same league. No, yeah, we are. You are in my league.
Yeah, we're in the Hearst league, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you're going down, girl. Look, I'm an expert.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
Whatever.
You pick players based on if you think they're cute or not, and I pick
I
based off fantasy value.
I picked mostly Bengals.
What I heard. That's what I heard.
Hey, dude, if I get Jackpot,
tell me I'm wrong, everybody.
You're wrong. If I get Jackpot T and Jamar, it's over.
Okay, we'll see.
Eric here says depends on the type of league. If it's points per receptions for Jamar or four with Jamar, not PPR, I go with Burrow and Money Mac. I now see full disclosure. Last year on an Arrows league, I had Jamar, I had Money Mac, and I had Burrow. So I had Jackpot. So that helped me out a lot last year.
Nice. Yeah. I was awful last year.
Last year honestly was the first year I really played. I played like 10 years ago. A buddy of mine wanted me to get in the league and play, and then that was when my son was really doing travel hockey, and we were gone like all weekend, like all the time. And I would always forget to set. I mean, I literally forget to set my team, and I'm like, he's like, well, you're never gonna be in my league again. I'm like, oh. So I did a lot better last year.
This year is best ball, so you don't ever have to worry about it.
Right, exactly. So that
you're good. You're
helps
good.
Me out.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm awesome. PPR.
There
you go. All right. So we're talking about 44 minutes. I have to get off here because I'm going to be on this show called Bengals and Brews. I don't know if you ever heard of it or not. You know,
what is that? DM me later. Tell me about it later.
Yeah. Bengals and Brews. It's Dale, and there's this guy named Arrow it's supposed to be his show, but he's like never on. and another guy named Travis, and then they're best friends with Clark Harris or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, some small show I'm gonna be on. So
Okay.
So anyway,
Awesome.
tell us about Tigers Talk and all that cool stuff before I let you go, Whit.
All right. So find us at Tigers Talk Pod on Twitter. We actually are going live tomorrow night, Friday night at 8:30. So come hang out with us. If you've got some ice cream in the freezer, especially if it's Graders, bring it with you because we are stuffing our face the whole episode typically anymore with some good old Graders and get ready to talk some football.
Exactly. Greg. Now, see, Greg Luther Vision. He's got to have like 25 TVs and computers on right now because we're on. Blind Tiger is on. Bengals and Brewers about to go on. I don't know who else is on right now. So Greg, his head is about to explode with all of the internet shows.
Not all heroes wear capes, Greg. Not all heroes wear capes. You are the man. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah,
I could barely focus on this one podcast I'm on.
I know, and she's staring at the moneymaker the whole time, so I'm shocked of why she can't even focus.
I know. I can't focus.
Anyway, Whit, I can't wait to see you down in Florida. I hope you can make it up here for the Buffalo game. It's gonna be a lot of fun. But dude, we are going to tear it down when I come down here in Florida. It's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yes, let's go.
Check out Tigers Talk tomorrow night and Who Day.
Who Day.
All right, guys. As always, I hope you enjoyed as much as I did. Whit is awesome. Go follow her on Twitter. Go follow Tigers Talk podcast. Make sure you guys watch them tomorrow night. And if you haven't left my show yet to go to Blind Tiger, let me get to the Facebook groups that let me live stream. And I appreciate every single one of them. They're Who Day Nation, Who Day Legion, Bearcat Ruckus, the Ohio State Bucknuts, the Ice Bar. And then you can follow me on all my social media platforms, all under Sports with Strawberry Ice on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Twitter handle is at Jeff A. Trenopole. TikTok is at Iceman90. I'll be pulling a sign off later on tonight, putting on the podcast. It's on BeanPod, Apple iTunes, Spotify, Google, Stitcher Play, pretty much wherever you get your podcast. Please make sure you rate, like, and review. Give me a 5-star review. I would greatly appreciate it. YouTubers, like I said, we're at 1,867 subscribers. I am trying to get to 2,000 subscribers. So if you're not subscribed and you're watching on Facebook or Twitter or anything else, go to YouTube channel and subscribe. When we get to 2,000, I will be giving somebody a 6-pack of this delicious Jackpot Joey beer from Brink Brewery. So if you want some free beer, tell your friends, tell your neighbors about Sports with Strawberry Ice. Get me to 2,000 subscribers. So about 7 o'clock here, I got to eat some dinner here. About 45 minutes, I'm going to be on Bengals, my boys' podcast, Bengals and Brews. I'll be on there. TikTok Tyler will be on there. And I think Who Day Joe's grounded, so we're going to have a lot of fun. I don't know if Arrow, I'm not sure if Travis is going to be on there, but I know Dale will be on there. So join us over there. Go watch Blind Tiger. Like right when I get done here, let me finish talking, then go watch Blind Tiger. So I get out of here. Other than that, that's just sports, baby. See ya!